ko dolel pour mu fay ko tax GRA loi moko dolel pour mu fay ko tax.
Hello viewers from wherever you're watching us from. You're watching QTV, the Gambia's first private TV station, and we are broadcasting live from our studios here on Kairaba Avenue. And yet we are back for your weekly GRA Taxpayer Education Program brought to you by the Gambia Revenue Authority in collaboration with different development agencies as part of efforts to better make taxpayers understand what their rights and responsibilities are as a country that depends highly on taxes for national development. And in the studio this week, or today, I'm joined on the program on my far right. I have Fatou Cham, who is a taxpayer service officer. Auntie, welcome to the program.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Cisse.
I will jump onto my immediate left. I have Ibrahim Essane, who is taxpayers education officer. Ibrahim, good to have you in the program once again.
Good evening, viewers, and welcome to yet another edition of GRA on QTV.
Thank you very much, Ibrahim. Babs, why Babs? Man, last 2 weeks you have not gis.
No boy, I'm a busy one, boy.
Why Babs?
No boy, nenko japa for I'm a busy one, right?
Why cost me that? I am Beijing ko jelena.
Boy,
no sasa wado ko munna.
No,
no real no ko bañol ga.
No,
luma xamul rebola de sin.
No, luma mean.
Dala yi nak.
It's part of me, luma mean, boy, Ali.
Huh?
But you must have it.
Ana Henry, just my
Henry never busy. Munul ko make Henry never busy tay, so he can't make it.
Oh really?
Why? Inshallah next week dina ñew.
Yeah. Why by the na country be China? I understand you were in China.
Wow, it was good.
Okay.
It was good. Dañ demone for a training on taxpayer service and the tax environment. You know, loolu lañ demone for a 2 weeks training.
Yeah.
Because xam nga ne GRA under the Commissioner General Yankuba Dabo caaxane wuñ training. Training is very important. So biñ amee opportunity bi pour dem you know ñu dem, but we've learned a lot foofu noonu, although they are far ahead of us. But dang dee mën a jël few things ñu ñëw ñun tam ñu adopt those things.
Te bi mo ne ko sa ñaari yoon China.
Wow.
Yeah?
Wow. So
that's good.
But it was a good one.
I know.
Wow.
That's good. Well, viewers, once again, I mean, this week, I mean, we are looking at a very important sector. That's the informal sector in relation to tax payment. I mean, just to get the ball rolling. Babs, I mean, when you talk about the informal sector, I mean, this is something that many people watching will be asking. When you say informal sector, what are you referring to as far as the payment of tax is concerned?
Yes. Thank you very much, Ali, for that wonderful question. Informal sector, this is a tax type that covers businesses who are small in size, meaning their turnover for the whole year is less than 300,000. That is the businesses we call informal sector. In the local language, we call it Njendanjai. You know, these are businesses that are very difficult to regularize. Okay. You know, because they don't have fixed places. Today you can see them at Kairaba Avenue, tomorrow they are at Tipagaras, the next day they are at Birkama. You know, so it's difficult to regularize them. Maybe somebody listening somewhere will wonder, when did this came into? I'm sure that when did this place came into existence? But this informal sector regulation was passed in 2007.
Oh,
you know, 2007. That is when the regulation was passed, and it was later amended in 2015. You know, when this regulation was amended in 2015. So yet still, you know, every other year there are amendments that are made, but it was last amended in 2015.
Interesting. Baba indi si Andi Fatou pour mu gën ñu leeral rek yaa ngi dégg maa ngi laaj ci Babacar yi informal sector bi parce que mun na am na kan mu ngi sitaan soo déggee informal sector bi lan la tekki lan moo nekk informal sector bi.
jërëjëf si laaj boobu informal sector bi mooy business yi nga xam ne ñoom dañ tuuti. Waaw, business yi nga xam ne ñoom jënd ak jaay la ñoo def. Understand nga ba pare li ñoo am seen am yëpp ci at bi ëpp 300,000 wala ci la am. Waaw, informal sector nag dafa nekk sector boo xam ne nii neexuta administre. Because ñoo xam ne nii dañoo jënd di jaay te amuñ benn place boo xam ne nii amuñ fixed place boo xam ne nii foofu nga leen di mun a fekka or something like that. ñoo xam ne ni comme for exemple su ma la joxee exemple mooy comme jaaykati bitigi mbaga yi nii ñoom nga xam ne dañoo wër tey mun nga leen a fekk Bakaw ëllëg nga fekk leen Brikama gannaaw ëllëg nga fekk leen Serekunda ba pare informal sector bi tamit di nga mun a wax ne like amuñ record keeping nekkuñ business boo xam ne nii dafa organise torop bay mun a keep in record li nga xam ne xëy na moom la ñoo jënda li ñoo jaay si bés bi ak yu demee noonu o am records of accounting or whatsoever ñoom amuñ façon boobu is the local type of business ba pare tamit informal sector bi lifin naka laati luwa bi ko umba was written in 2007 waaye after dañ ko change mu am changes in 2015 so every year nag dañ leen mën a def ay wecci
kon nekkul lu es
waaw nekkul lu es
nekkul lu es
waaye up till now luwa biñ binda in 2015 ba tey moo umba yëfi informal sector bi
Ibrahima comme yamoy nga Baboucarr ning anti fatu ni ka mena wala mu dis informal sector niti nyamoy informal sector munam informal sector niti
okay
juma wala daba kono
okay barka baga aliou an Baboucarr anin fatu so ansay badi nal konton ko murtanon ko ten alla programme wala mu keta jiare awati QTV aliou nyini karo gam wala bi kacha fannabi wala informal sector niko informal sector mo business no bundalde mu yano ka fanan ka fanya tax type long wala namo sifa do lo mu yano ko jiare fanan ko kuma kala adu mo nyanda ka jole folo pour ko dula ta ka senen ko is another tax type administered by the GRA so ni wani na ko informal sector mo business ko nduku nyole afanya wala business o mu yano ko ni ajibe amam fanu ba ke business ndiun long ko ka fo na local language lo jenda njaay so adum fana nina de la fanko nyimbe ila soto nyimbe sawon kono amantambino dasi wili keme sabala kata we dumala wala informal sector anata je informal sector fana mu business ro nina je fana ko antifatu ya fanyami iman record keeping soto e bikela business ota ka record ko bi nanyina soto sama nenyi hayma so abibul je la imana ko bikata taradula kelin ko ni bota je fana informal sector sabanjang fana ni ba categorize wolon ku sabanjang wolon business o muliano ko e be katara dula kili mo de highly mobile bi be jela westfield sam je bel Brikama ni bitara na bolon ko ma fa ba do bitara lumoto Brikama lumoto sibito you go to sare bojo araba lungu you go to wasu tenelung so
sali kenye badibu
Baboucarr bitanya lo dami
Baboucarr badibu
yeah so ni be ol be mu kuldi mu yana ko Baboucarr bidang badibu
ko badibu Baboucarr na deiri
badibu
ay ko kiyo ba wala
am bidang londe hani liggéey ay kay ma baake so ni war dia highly mobile wala man dula killing so e to yaay lan ni wara fanam informal sector ko jiari be tamar kan luwara bundal ko do ni aje ko Gambia banko la luwa bunda mun ko luwa dada wala député bundo o sound 2007 o sound sita informal sector puta ya luwa mo gata Gambia la luwa buko kono o tara fo nyaado fa 2015 inatana falindro kala ka kudol bondi yani ka kudol la faji ma ko man traje non pour ko fanan ki o be pour que ni business ra pour ka recorora pour ka ta ka ma ko yani pour namo ni so ro business kundo pour mol sa si na mota ka asoro masakunda sa asoro mol bulu ni o baraje fanan informal sector fa mo fengo de ko ni loi kabana ni loi la na fatam fancy wani and molke business duma informal sector ko na juwan man informal sector ko bayete dunno la ko na da loi me guide so ni loi in 2015 loi im amended one say wolbe tama ko na informal sector la karola fem mi yanoko mbo do ko ka informal sector la be tukuru ni loi la bundal la mi yanoko ya amen 2015 aliou
abaraka baki Ibrahim I mean Baboucarr, you mentioned, I mean, this is a sector which is not regularized. It's really hard to administer, like Antifatu said.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you determine who is actually under this sector? Because, I mean, you are saying the threshold is 300,000. They are very mobile. So how do you determine that, okay, Mr. Baboucarr falls under the informal sector? When you cannot even ascertain how much he or she is able to get, and it's mobile, be electric, tomorrow you are in Banjul.
So yes, that's a good one, Aliou. The determination and the categorization of these taxpayers on the informal sector category is done by the Commissioner General. Okay. You know, based on the criteria that we mentioned above, as you rightly said, that is the 300,000. Because you know, the tax system in Gambia is self-assessment. if you come to our office and you are interviewed, we will discuss with you because they don't have the proper records. But we will discuss with you, and from there we will know how much you earn for the whole year. And coming to look at the business also, where the person is doing the business based on the goods you see in the shop, because there are shops also that fall under this informal sector, which we will come when we come into the tariffs, because the tariffs will come very soon. So it is determined in that way. If you come, we interview you. Some will tell you, "Bis bu nekk lii laa dee jaay," si at bi yëpp lii laa am. From there we will come to understand that your turnover for the whole year is less than 300,000. Then we will record you under the informal sector. Yes. Then at some point, if your turnover becomes more than 300,000, then you move into the SMTU, that is the small and medium businesses. Because this one, as we rightly said, is very difficult to monitor them.
Yeah.
Because today you can see the individual have a shop in London corner, is selling buro butter, and chocolate and other stuff. Next 2 days or 1 month, 2 months, move to another shop in Latirkunda, whilst it is the same person. And these taxes that we are going to discuss later when we come to the tariff is paid once in the year.
Okay.
If you pay once, you don't pay again up to the other year. Yeah, so basically we will come to understand that to categorize them will be based on the interviews that we will have with them, based on the information that they will give, because the law will always tell you the Commissioner General. But whoever is doing that interview, it's representing the Commissioner General. Yes, because in the law cannot say senior officer or manager or deputy director, but it's going to say the Commissioner General. Then whoever is doing that act is doing it on behalf of the Commissioner General. Yes.
Interesting. Well, I mean, Yusufa, if you can just remove the lower tax, that rental income, just so we will not mislead our viewers. We are actually discussing the informal sector tax, so it's better we remove the rental income tax so that our viewers, wouldn't be misled. And if you are watching this program and you want to be part of it, you can call 50505 50505 3333294 3333294 3333122 3333122. I know they will show the numbers on your screen, so if you want to be part of the program, call and ask questions, you can join the program. Andi Fatou, comme yaa ngi dégg Baboucarr maa ngi ko doon jéem a laajte because dafa nekk fànn boo xam ne comme noo ko waxee rek it's very difficult pour nga administrer ko parce que nit yi tooguñ benn place te nekkul ñoo xam ne dañ dee keep record ak yoonoon yëpp soo waree xool ndax ngaa déterminer ok Baboucarr Njie moom fii la bokk waaye mun naa nekku daam lu àgga 300,000 sax so nanga de déterminer ne diw de si fii la bokk si informal sector bi.
waaw pour ñu mun a xam yow fan nga bokka o sa façon business fu mu bokka ndax informal sector la wala du informal sector loolu suñ commissioner general bi moo ko dee determine waaw képp ko neen ku ko munti def tamit yaa ngi ko def on behalf of the commissioner general waaw so ba pare tamit pour ñu mun a xam ndax yow mi informal sector nga business nga amee wala déet léegi some of them dañ dee ñëw dugga si suñ biir office yi suñ ñëwee ñun dañ dee mun a waxtaan ak ñoom ba mun a xam fii ñii fan lañ leen war a fiitale understand nga soo ñëwee nga waxtaan ak ñun ñu xam yow sa am yëpp ci at bi lan la ndax egga na 300,000 wala is less than that wala is more than that so su boobaa yow dinañ mun a xam yow fan lañ laa mun a boole understand nga so pour ñu détermine tamit pour xam yow ñaata nga war a fay si at bi foog ñu xam façon business bi nga operate waaw ndax yow tailoring shop nga amee wala yow da nga amee bitigi mbaga di wër wala yow tàngana nga amee ci koñ bi di jaay
waaw comme suñu facture waaw am na tàngana koñam waaw
so su boobaa dinañ mën a xam yow fan nga bokka waaw ba pare ñoom tamit liñ dee fay ute naa yeneen façon yi taxi ñoom every year lañ dee fay once so once ñëw nga wax ñu waxtaan ak ñun bañ xam yow fan lañ la war a mun a boole nga ne ñu lii ak lii ak lii nga dee def so su boobaa dinañ mun a xayma because ñu ngi am ay tariffs so classify nañ leen ñoom ñëpp façon yi business yi tuddee informal sector yëpp am na fuñ leen boole daal so su boobaa soo ñëwee waxtaan ak ñun bañ xam yow ban façon ngi business nga def su boobaa dinañ xam yow ñaata nga war a fay pour at bi so te benn yoon da nga ko dee fay si at bi ba beneen at ñëwaat.
am naa ne tax yu mel ni PAYE every month dañ ko deduct.
waaw
bii nag naka la.
waaw
weer bu nekk la wala naka lañ ko dee fay.
bii comme ni ma la ko waxee rek at bu nekk once a year.
once okay.
waaw once a year. once determine nañ yow category of business bi nga def xam nañ fan lañ la boole. so ñu ngi am yenn tarifs so tarifs yooyu noonu moo ñëw dimbale. bañ xam yow ñaata nga war a fay. pour at bi benn yoon rek.
Interesting. Ibrahima, yama ngani nenkaro menke babkar ani ante fatu because nyamo informal sector.
Informal sector.
I mean, nyimu fundamental ko is very hard to regulate or administer because more mantasi can plastic killing.
Exactly.
And normally you'll make doman wafiro okay. Kombe jandamento na colleague disipature ay tangana substance ala konyoto. So sa in wasifa alkadi tami no nyari le kom na disipature nyet anyata kata informal sector.
Okay. Barka baga aliu. Ya fu nyamin ni duku nyula fanya be on nyaw ni nata informal sector pour ka categorize manuel informal sector di loi sembo di na alphaba monketa commissioner general jama ka kuma di CG la wole o sembo so ni nata na loi la faroro ka itandi ko juma business juma tara informal sector ani juma manta informal sector wala loi sembo di moma me ko sirin commissioner general to yala na official do so moma ebe sirin commissioner official do ebe you are working under the acting on behalf of the commissioner general. So follow wala ku follow tim yana ko wol nyanda kete so ite sino le so kono wala la dularo la business re ka va non demu informal sector no o follow ntel jiare ko lo nyanda ko itandi la ko fo dem informal sector ti fa maka informal sector adu mo be tar na yamaro gon alfa la yamaro kam kada commissioner general ay ka fa CG ne wala ye fulan jam fo non pour ka lon fo informal sector ti boko lo nya fo na ni interview wala ñinin karo ni jabiro mi anako ni taxpayer wala man ko tamaka ni business o karola mina na official do banjo wala banko karo bula bil na official bi jam fo basse ni na dukula be sila ne kacha so ni o kacha ko non mbalo na fo to na to ete la business o wa informal sector o fa manda informal sector nada ni assess ko na fo nyam ba ko ya fo nya be nya informal sector ila fa fanko imbe wala ila malankumbe wala ko do mi ka dungo ila business so ko na mo nyantambila da civil keme sabala ani wala dumala na tambe dal civil keme sabala kara insandola o den day be anoda category wala ida small or medium informal sector so interview ko no nyande ko be lo ni ka bondi nyodo ni saban jom bam fanam bala ni informal sector business on marani business on na wala on sawn ko no ni na raji sawn ko no signa clean e ke joro ke tel ni o business don mak clean ma corporate tax ani ka fanyam VAT VAT ani income tax do kulal kam mun jo so ñu business do mi yana ko sawn kono signa kilini ka jo na be business do foita foy parida ni sawn kono loi fane wato bon sawn ko ni sawn banda sawn la kar sabanjam follow wolong e ndaka jo wolong ma 31 o sawn ko do ni na karola inda ila informal sector kana ka jo jiare so adum fanira na informal sector business do fam je en chaanya bi nyaka jo nya wolong ko bidiko to da bidiko lo bulu so la bidiko do do arba ko bidiko ku jama do mi yana ko e ke e bolo tamani kanje o saitande ko make informal sector wala informal sector fannalo kono so ko wolbe nyaato mina sila ka tarifo foye mana ko momo nyande ko mo jo
in fact that's my next question Babukar about the percentage. I know when you talk about the commercial and residential rental income, talking about 8%, 15%. But when it comes to this informal thing, how much is the percentage that you should pay?
Yes, thank you, Aliu. But for this one, basically, you paid a lump sum.
Oh, okay.
That is, you pay once in the year. Okay. As Sani rightly said, 31st of March every year is the deadline. But because of GRA is flexible when it comes to tax, we make life easy for them. For example, you should pay 5,000. You come to the office, you say, well, that is right, I should pay 5,000, but I cannot pay the whole 5,000 at once. We will prepare a payment plan that you will pay at least every month $1,000. In 5 months, you should be able to cover it. But one point is very important in that payment plan, that is whatever we agreed should not fail. If we agree at the end of every month, you're going to pay $1,000 for 5 months, it should not fail. Because if it fails, that part of the agreement is nullified. And you will pay all the 5,000.
So in the event that, I mean, like you said, it's self-assessment. In the event that someone failed to come and just, register with the GRA and you fall under this category, is there any penalties if you are found wanting? Or?
Yes, the enforcement part also is difficult because our enforcement officers will go around these shops, in the Greater Banjul area here, in the provinces, they will go around, and if you fail to pay by the end of the whole year you operate, you did not pay, there must be interest and penalty on it. But that is why it is also important in every forum that we go. We always say that if you pay, ask for receipt. Because the enforcement officers that might come this month might be different from the orders that will come the next month. And if you come,
they even have shifts.
Yes, if you come, you tell us, I have paid. The receipt is the justification that you have paid. Okay, going back to your question, just wanted to get 3 or 4 types of those businesses with their tariffs. The first one is painters and sign writers. Those who do painting. And those who do sign writing. For example, if you open a shop and you have Aliu Cisse and Sons Trading, building materials.
Located in Dongoroba.
Exactly, on the highway.
Exactly.
Yes. So what you have to pay is 3,200 for the whole year.
Oh, okay.
Yes. The other one is firewood and charcoal vendors. In the past, the business of firewood was normally done by the fullers.
Yeah, one of my colleagues, both bands, does that.
Okay. Yeah. So in the past, they call it Jalo Mata. Or Jalo Kiri. But now, from Banjul to Koina, everybody, almost all the businesses, they sell charcoal. I watched one of the documentaries on your TV. They say that one of the businesses that is countrywide is the selling of charcoal. So they pay $3,000 for the whole year. Yes. And the other one is bicycle mechanics.
Oh, okay.
If you have a shop, Sikonybi, you repair bicycle.
So I'm not paying Konyam. It's on Yasi.
You repair cycle. Wow. You just pay 1,500.
It's on Yasi. That's how much?
1,500.
1,500
for the whole year.
Okay.
Yes, TV, radio, and mobile repairs. $5,000.
Okay.
That is also for the whole year.
Oh, that's back at the sun.
Yes,
that's back at the sun.
But the payment plan still applies.
Okay.
If you cannot pay the whole 5,000, as I said in the past, you come to the office, we discuss, you be plain to us, say, well, to be honest, I should pay 5,000, but I cannot pay it on the spot. Let's agree for a payment plan. Then we spread the payment for you. Just to make sure your business continues. And GRA also continues collecting the revenue for national development. That makes our life easy. So I will just stop there and allow my colleagues.
Exactly. Just a short one before I go to Antifatu. Is there any exemption?
As far as this informal sector is concerned, no.
Yes.
There are no exemptions.
I know rental income, there is no exemption.
This one also, there are no exemptions.
Exactly.
But when we will not be able to exhaust all today.
Exactly.
It's about 35 or 36. But the last one, that is around 35 or 36, is telling you that any other business that is not captured in this law should pay 5,000. Because somebody somewhere will be listening. He or she did not hear the name of his or her business.
And say, I'm not part of it.
And say, I'm not part
of it. And that's why I brought the question.
Yes, I know. That is why you brought the question. Like the Sarahulis will sit and say, I did not hear my business. Then that means I am exempted. No. The law did not create that loophole. It says any other business not mentioned above. It's on the last slide. Is $5,000.
So does it also include they have their cameras, they go around filming weddings, filming funerals?
Yes. It is also captured. We will come to all that.
Aduboy, and Bachan.
Yes,
Mr.
it's
Cole.
also captured because there are some that do this photography.
Exactly, yeah.
They have a studio. Maybe Sanes people will go with their full bag and go for photo shoots. They will be changing and changing.
Aduboy, if you are watching, please, make sure you pay your tax.
So the law captures all of them. Yes.
Exactly. Okay. So, Antifado, just dégg nga maa ngi ko doon laajte rek parce que lii lu am solo la. maa ngi ko doon laajte soo waree fay lan moo nekk percentage bi nga loolu nga war a fay jox nañu different category nga xam ne ku nekk li nga war a fay mu nekk ñu dee def painting da nga war a fay 3200 ñi nga xam ne dañ dee jaay caakul ay kering 3000 ñu dee defar ay cycle 1500 waaye laajte naa ko tam ñi nga xam ne nekkuñ di fay wala yow si catégorie bi nga bokk waaye bëgguloo because bañ ngaa fay tax bëgguloo ñëw feñate boo si jiyaare yooyu yëpp lan moo nekk seen taxawaay si fànn boobu noonu.
ok jërëjëf Aliou si laaj bi. Tax type bi di informal sector every year képp koo xam ne ci ñooñu nga bokka o yow si li nga yëngatu si informal sector bi nga bokka by 31st of March da nga war a ñëw fay. waaw su dee by 31st of March ñëw nga si suñu office bi te xëj na fekkate yow li nga war a fay yëpp amewuloo loolu in hand mun nañ laa defal always a payment plan mun ngaa ñëw waxtaan because ku nekk am nga tax officer nga ñëw waxtaana sa tax officer bi ne ko man de bëggoon naa fay waaye xëj na lii ak lii moo ma gàllankoor so dama bëggoon ngeen defal ma payment plan waaye payment plan boobu nag da ngaa make sure ne doo fail so waxtu biñ la wax ak su jotee da nga am pour ñëw fay ko su dee xëj na yaa ngi war a fay 5000 te amewuloo 5000 boobu noonu yëpp mun ngaa dugal $1000 nga ne ko ne léegi in the next 5 months every month dinaa ñëw dugal 1000 parce que xam nañ ne jamono neexut so su boobaa yow GRA duñ am dara luñ laa toppee because xam nañ ne ñëw nga wax nga ñu yow sa situation naka la demee su loolu passé tamit tax type si comme niñ la ko waxee rek dañ leen categorize dafa am ku nekk fuñ la boole so te am nañ tarif boo xam ne nii dinañu dimbale bañ xam yow ñaata nga war a fay waaw so léegi Baboucarr wax na leen pinta si ak sign writer si luñ dee fay firewood ak charcoal vendor si bicycle ak mécanique si so radio TV ak mobile repairs si so man dinaa wàcca si down to the babas waaw babas si ñoom su ma xoolee ñoom dañ dee fay 2000 for the whole year yeah so nga am maçon
alma sukuma de su ma demee naa ko laaj ndax mu ngi fay
waaw xanaa nga dimbale ñu si man ko xanaa nga dimbale ñu si waaw
bab sax am na fu mu dee dem baawu ji
waaw maçon yi tamit dañ dee fay $5000 for every year building contractor si ñoom tam dañ dee fay 10000 for every year
waaye building contractors yooyu dañ ko bugg a differentiate
dañ ko bugg a differentiate
comme léegi man Baboucarr bi sampa suma kër ma jël la yow Aliou as a building bu contracteur bu war a sampa kuma kër nekkul contractors yu mag yi nga xam ne ñu ngi sampa ay school ñu ngi sampa ay lopitaan ñu dañ dee register ñu fay every 3 months yi contracteur bu ndaw bi nga xam ne man dinaa ko jël mu war ma sampal suma kër mu charge ma for example 280,000 mu jël ay maçon ko ñu nga xam ne say mu ne naa fay every month every day 500 wala 300 yooyu la Fatou Thiam di wax ni mooy maçon yooyu
ñu ko ñam daa even register sax
very good ñooñu du dee register moo tax ñu ne leen di informal sector waaye utee naa bëgguma defal kenn advert
waaw on sana waaw
utee naa compagnies yu mag yi
waaye nga daa register ñu ngi jël ay big projects
exactly sampa school sampa lopitaan defar ay yoon ñooñu dañ am seen own boo xam ne da ngaa file every 3 months
waaw ñi ñoo wax rek mooy local contractors
very good local contractors
waaw nga xam ne moom dafa ñëw jël ay maçon am di leen fay by day so xam nga ñooñu register wuñ amuñ a proper business and all those things so loolu la léegi electrical workers yi ñoom tamit dañ dee fay 5000 for the whole year waaw liste biñ def nii nag am na ñoo xam ne liste bi mention nuñ leen waaye doesn't mean ne waru ñoo fay tax waaw ñooñu on the last lifin ñu ngi wax ne anybody who is not part of this yow 5000 nga war a fay pour at bu nekk so mun nañoo def liste bi xëj na ñu nekk penta yi maçon yi yow xëj na dégguloo sa tur o yow taay bi business bi nga def nga ne man bokkuma si amu si
lii yëpp xam gis naa ne da ngeen overla flexible pour mun a gis ne nit yi finding tax waaye tam doo leen di sonal ñi nga xam ne nekkuñ di ko fay la ma ni nga pénalité si
waaw ñi nga xam ne nekkuñ di ko fay suñ enforcement officers yi dañ dee dem round léegi dañ dee jóg dugga ci biir dëkk bi di xool ñi nga xam ne nekkuñ di fay so suñ tasee yow dinañ la lifin sensitise wax la lan mooy njëriñi fay tax su ko defee su boobaa nga door di fay tax te dañ dee wax always ne saa yoo fayee nga make sure ne ñu jox la receipt waaw su ko defee because enforcement officer yi mun nañoo different kii ñëw tey mun naa utee kii ñëw ëllëg waaw because of
wala nit mun nañu sax ñoom la jëm a impersonate am from GRA fekk jógewul GRA loolu yëpp
waaw loolu dëgg la su boobaa da ngaa request receipt su ko defee keneen kii ñëw xamuloo benn time lañ faa ñëw su ñëwee di nga leen mun a wan receipt boobu mu nekk evidence na yow fayoon nga su boobaa doo ama ñoom benn problème.
Okay. Ibrahima, just Nisa summarize no drum, nga ba kanyini kamina wala mo this categories of tax mo nyenta ka menje under this informal sector percentage nying majo, what are the penalties, is there any exemption and what's eval?
Okay, barka bak Aliou ko Aliou ya fa nyama be on nyama si nata ko jiare ko ba ko ra fa wolon believe on self assessment so ni be business ko ne il faut be fan assess la ten kay tande ko fo jiare sinalon fo be informal sector fo man raje adum fana informal sector ko nyi ay tande ko fanu da bakele mo jemal be informal sector kono mo yana ko malon ko be informal sector kono why is one of the largest category of taxpayers mun be banko kanja so ni nata jibe ko bawkar ning fat chama fo nyamin abewol nyama masakunda ma motu ko mam ni nata namol karola namo jola karola masakunda mo bele bulan nam jokon adum momo fan be gambe banko kan e be soto ke kan adum e be do ko la e nyande ken namo jol ko masakunda sa fo nyamin adum yima na namo jo ni jiare na do ko lal benda kuku ni rasoto je luway fo wolo ko taman le kan ko ni nara je ni liafo nyamin ko babkara ko follow ni dara painters and sandwriters wala mulke safiro ke anike design o dada o ni nara sound kono yanda dal civil saba kemel fly yanda ko jo ni wara yewala ni firewood and charcoal vendor lo ni dim kembo wafi masakunda ni sound banda yanda wili saba yanda ko jo wala $3,000 ni wara wala bicycle mechanics wala mulke cycle dada wala yanda wili clean kemel lo jo ni sound banda ni wara radio tv mobile repairs wala mulke radio ni television radio dada wala ni mobile dalal wol sanko na yanda dal civil lulu jor wala $5,000 ni bora ye wala babas wala mulkun mechu wala ke kun debe wala e ka kudol ke wala ke e ka kudol ko wala sang banda wala yanda dal civil fulal jola ni bora wala mason wala mulla bumlo luwa info wala ni sang banda wala yanda $5,000 wala dal civil lulu yanda ko lo jo
wala
local mason wala local mason le kamulta baydi do ko la den ni na building contractor wala contractor me na ko wol fana be do ko lo jam masakunda fo ni sang banda dal tang inde ko won 10,000 bañu ko contract balti me ko company bal me ko lebi ci gambe banko kar wol fana wol manta ko category kono wol bi register as informal sector ni na electric workers wala mulka courant do ko na sol kono ten o masakunda info ni sang banta inde da civil lul wala $5,000 signante ko jo yimbe masakunda mo be bula jele ko nyile afo nyami nata momu yana ko ebe do ko la adira do ko nyingi me to moje bare am wala me do ko to moje masakunda afo ko ete nyanda ka da civili nyanda wili lulu nyanda ko jo bannan ko ni business sifa ko nata fo business tan sabu anin lulu mo jama bi ma ko be business ko nolo adum fana be tol ful am ba business o fula mo len ko nyanda ka jello jo be danna jenne folo na murundi aliou
so is there any exemption mo me ala ko no manya naka jo soto
no namo jam masakunda jam under this category masakunda mo jam fo momo yana ko you are earning an income masakunda luwa fo ko inaka namo jole so ni be informal sector kono adi be soto ke kanjele yande ke namo jole so ni la fal namo sifa jola e malon isnano na official dole banjun wala kara fo gambe banko be kan official jele isi dunno je signin karo kana tax official bi jele ma ko be benduna si la kulta ka be bo nyoto ari safo ke nyanda namo mun jola ban namo ko to kay masakunda mo jam fo momo e am ka fo ite namo jo informal sector ni be tamo kanje masakunda en fo ko nyane ka namo jola adu nyane ka jolo ni wasi lolo adon ko babu kara ya fo nyambe molbe dani mo e joro ke itara GRA official kono isi receipt ya you demand for an official receipt a new demand for an official receipt will be the guarantee ko e joro kala kar bani man receipt woni ka munna namo kanede wo sama sino transfer wala kudo na wala do ko bla modo na je man ko mo kutolo na yin ka ko fay namo jole ka na jola ko receipt wala e ma receipt finden still now e man namo jo so pour ko ku si fada pour ka avoid be molbe dan ma ko be gambe jan e ka namo jo ne joro ke ni GRA official ya rek make sure that namo jo e receipt ta ya dila.
So Babgat, is it also possible for someone, for example, you live in as far as Badibu or Jara, and you want to pay, but perhaps you're gonna go to any GRA office. Is it possible just go to work into any bank and just make your payment?
Yes, there are banks that we have partners with. Part of them is GT Bank.
Yeah, I think it's like you have partnered with most of the banks now.
Access Bank. We have partners with these banks.
I have seen even AGP.
Yes,
you have partnered
so
with them.
if you know how much you should pay,
okay,
you can go and pay, and you take the receipt to the place, the tax office that you operate within. For example, if you are in Farafenye, it's in Badibu.
Yeah.
You pay there, you go to the tax office in Farafenye, take along the payment slip that you did at the bank. Then in the book in Farafenye, it will be captured that you have paid, and that revenue will be under the Farafenye tax office.
So aside from directly contributing to national development, what are the benefits of paying these taxes?
Yes.
I know someone watching will be like, but why is it important for me to pay this thing?
Yes. Talking about the contribution, we will also want to make it very clear on record that the informal sector is the lowest contributor when it comes to national revenue.
I was going to ask you.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
It's the lowest contributor when it comes to national revenue. Remember, you pay only 3,200 for the whole year.
I'm surprised. Like someone who is selling charcoal, a bag of charcoal now is like almost
it's about 450.
450.
Yes. So maybe in the month you can sell 10 bags.
Exactly.
That is about 4,500. But we are saying that you should only pay $3,000. As far as maybe in the future this laws might be amended. But as we speak for now, this is what is there. Because as the question you asked, because even if you have to pay $200, that is your contribution to national development. Because each and every one of us have a role to play in developing this country. And the first role that you should play is paying taxes. It is very important. Because as you said in the introduction, Gambia is a tax-based economy. If we don't pay these taxes, it would be difficult for government to fund some of the projects that they want to fund. In most of the program, I always like to take this as a quote, that is, these taxes we pay, that is where the government pays salaries to the civil servants. This is where government pay the police, the army, the doctors, the nurses, the teachers that are teaching at the government schools. Each and every one of us benefits directly or indirectly. Because if my child is at the government school, for example, Serepunda School, or Bakau Upper Basic, or Charles Jau, it's not a private school. These are schools that are owned by the government. And the government hospitals, the nurses and the teachers. Take, for example, if these taxes are not paid, and we sit a month, there is no salary.
Perhaps even the people of Nyomi Hakalang wouldn't have been thinking of a new road
Very
by now.
good. And all the other roads
as well.
Yes,
West,
yes, the electricity they are benefiting and everything.
Yeah.
These are all coming from the taxes that we are paid. So if you are paying, you should sit and be proud of yourself that I am contributing to national development. That is why I said, even if it is 200 that you pay, which you are not going to pay in reality, but you should sit and at least be happy that yes, I have a role which I am doing when it comes to national development.
And it's good. Perhaps most of them, they wouldn't know. I mean, you might be doing this as just informal, but at some point, you might even want to have bigger projects with these UN systems.
Yes.
And these are not things that they will ask for, perhaps.
Yes.
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 Have you been paying tax?
That is very good. And at some point, some of them will graduate.
Exactly.
From this informal sector, you move to the small or the medium businesses. And if you graduate in those businesses, those that are doing the top businesses, at the end of the day, there is what we call tax clearance. If you go for the whole year, we go and check all your tax liabilities from January to December. If you have paid everything, we give you a tax clearance. If UNDP comes today and they said they want to work with Aliu for you to do certain things for them, the first question they will ask, where is your tax clearance?
Yep.
If you were not tax compliant, you will not have that clearance. So that means you have lost that project because of that. And if you are to contest for president, if you are to contest for National Assembly, if you are to contest for councillor, the IEC will ask you for tax clearance or mayor.
Even if you want to travel and you indicate that this is what you do,
yes, they will ask you for tax
clearance so that at least you know.
Yes. Even if your son now should go to the embassy to look for visa and wants to travel, they will request for you the father's tax clearance for them to know that you've been compliant with tax. So many people in the last elections, you will see that at the end of the day, they will come and say, I have withdrawn my candidacy. They couldn't get the tax clearance because they were not tax compliant. At some point, one day or the other, the system must capture you. This is what the all of you
can
said.
run, but you can hide.
You cannot hide. Very good. I wanted to say it in all of but you've already said it.
so Andi Fadou, yaa ngi dégg dama ko laajte Baboucarr yëf yi fay bi bu dee koo xam ne yaa ngi dëkk foo xam ne mun naa dafa xala sori ak GRA office ndax mun ngaa dem si any of the banks rek nga fay nga am sa receipt and then aside from that ñi nga xam ne tam ñu ngi bugg a fay comme ni nga ko waxee banks yi payment bi naka la.
waaw.
ak lan moo nekk njëriñ bi aside from just contribute si wàllu national development.
ok jërëjëf si laaj bi soo bëggee fay te nekk xëj na in a remote place in the country ba tey yombalal nañ la pour nga fay parce que GRA léegi ak banques yu bari dañ sign MOU waaw banques yu bari nañ Ajib Trust Bank GT Bank Access Bank and all those te banks yooyu am nañ branches all over the country so you can walk to any of those banks and then nga def sa payment bi then su ko defee receipt bi la bank bi di jox wala pay in slip bi or whatsoever mun ngaa jël loolu then nga yóbbu ko within tax office bi nga xam ne moo la gën a jegeñ ci yow fi nga dëkka ci biir dëkka bi soo demee ñooñu dinañ update système bi and then ñu wane ne yow fay nga su ko defee su boobaa dinañ la bindal slip and then ñu jox la ko su at bi jeexee tamit suñ xoolee tamit ne yow mi sa tax liability si yëpp fay nga ko so dina easy pour nga am sa tax clearance bi waaw ba pare li tax fay tax important ci réew mooy ne yaa ngi dimbale dëkk boobu noonu pour mu develop because am nañ suñ yenn logo suñ dee binda pay your taxes to build the nation understand nga so paying taxes has to do with building the nation because comme ni nga ko waxee ci sa introduction bi Gambia is a tax-based economy so sooy fay tax yow any doomi réew boo xam ne ne yaa ngi fay tax da nga war a feel proud of yourself because xam nga ne lu mu bon comme ni ko Baboucarr waxee suy $200 man dama ne even sax less than $200 di nga feel na yow am na walla boy play ci building of the nation understand nga
te loolu moo laa may kaddu tam
waaw te loolu moo laa may kaddu ci sa réew understand nga waaw Baboucarr nga koo wax léegi nii bene am na ñoo xam ne am na bëggoon nañoo contest ci yenn elections waaye because of mënuñoo am tax clearance because they were not tax compliant duñ doon fay seen tax comme nuñ ko war a fayee loolu tax na ba loolu mënuñ koo def
parce que foogu ne bés bu minute boobu dina musa ñëw
ok wax na la tamit ne comme mbootaayu rëy yi ci àdduna bi for example UNDP bés buñ bëggoon na ñëw bugga laa def partner liggéeya yow liñ laa njëkkaa laaj mooy sa tax clearance bi
even government sax
waaw soo ko mënta provide
even government sax
soo ko mënta provide loolu mooy yow duñ mun a jëflante ak yow waaw government tamit léegi comme like yenn vendors yi soo nekkul di fay tax they will not deal with you duñ la jox business so moo tax fay tax dafa important
even tukki sax
waaw soo waree tukki tamit léegi nga dem si embassy si am ñu laa laaj ndax yow dang dee fay sa tax bi ana sa fay tax clearance wala ngay def business or whatsoever dinañ la laaj ana sa tax clearance bi
parce que xam naa ne dégg naa sax am na certain entrepreneurs ñu nga xam ne duñ day fay tax waaye suñ bëggee tukki rek ñu daw ñëw jaaree pour am tax clearance parce que xam nga ne da nga war a tukki te ko xam nga loolu mënuloo ko jox nit ki just because mu ngi bëgg a takki nekkul di fay sa tax
waaw because loolu su xewee nañ la charge nañ la calculer sa liability si yëpp li nga waroon a fay yëpp di nga ko fay te dinañ la tegal interest ak penalty tam pour nga mun a am clearance du nekk problème but we have to calculate all the tax liabilities nga fay ko
interesting Ibrahima
Okay, Aliou barka bake jibir la ansa en kacha en kono ko Aliou volom ni mulian ko be small wala informal sector ti adum e lafka namo jo bata kuti jiare signiro ke ning bank jamala mbuka GT bank, Trust bank, Ajib bank, banks on nearly all the commercial banks in this country have an MOU jiare adum ye branches all fanan na headquarters from Banjul je branches all bijele adunyata brikam fanan yela on outlets all branches all mai joro kino je ni tare joro ko bank sol to rek ko na fo nyame e yo bank sol be lo payment receipt om de eno receipt mi na jiare la official to not banko be kan ya fo ko nen na mota na jole deni be blood system ko no book bab ye to save ye fanita jiare receipt ta dila ko babu kare ya fo ni tare fo sound tare fa banda so we go back to our system na jibe na rete man ngatan so do man ko da kuso man na jultila so at the end of the year nin sound banda rek nti tax client certificate chika kata ka dila ko e mun ka kuma da bakele nam jo ko hadamari be banko kam yenda ka kontanyi na ya ke saw fanan ka fanan be contributing something to your national development adum nam jobo lokono nam kulti man ko anin na dino la karola e mayam fa mobe nyen kan namo jika ka jo adum fani be gambe jam fanan masakunda luwa ita ko adi be duko la adi be sodo ka duko kono luwa fane dila lo sembo dila ko fani ita namo jo ani man namo enjo jiare luwa sembo dia pour que kanio namo la so ko ba kwar ni fatcha ma fanya ma bo nyama ni na da gambe janje sa business jama bi jansa mu ko UN agency sol ani UN ani ECOWAS ani AU ani NGO le kala fi nim business manu le dogo business tibal o sifa ni la fa dunna business sifa ko follow ke nyen ga molong tax they want to see that for your tax compliance ado tax compliance o GRA nyande ko dile bo dile wolon tax clearance so ni o de sone ni dogo ko ni blue bla nyokon pour que dogo ko nata man tax clearance certificate so from GRA o kamala wala be business tiol be dane yat na se na mo da ka jo dum fanan kulsa bitaka ko kolya kan bakale ka mo jama bi nyama ke lafka tama kada gambe ya fakada business la banda tuba du ani banda la bankol kan adum fanan ke lafka na embassy ko visa jika ka nyini adum sarto dol fan mina kan mina ko sarto kilometer raji wala ko foy ken na mo jole adum na mo do ni bo jole odula da taw jona foy na jiare e na mo da e jiare na mo jo jiare na tax clearance certificate da ila embassy wala kudo pour que na mo pour que ila kayto da ka pour alsima ko kayto en soro ko ba ko refa nya bol nyam itnano jiare ko lafa tax kran to nyala mbadi le bari yo sound bible men ska jo be charge wala adum fanam penalty la yani interest adum interest ni lulu na ka lafa anin karo kare 5%. so ni mukulti mu yana ko mbe mol be dan le mako nam jola le pour na mojo ba kare ku kilim fan mo ja kuma da baka in election time blanket gambe banko gambe ya jele mo jama ni tara fo ita interview la IEC at the end of the IEC ka fo ne ko you can go and come but there are certain criteria ma ko te ma fulfill ayende ko fulfill and among those criteria yende ko fulfill wolon tax ning so adum tax ning wolon jiare inde clearance dire jama ka buri na jiare official ka fo lefa tax clearance bani na fo ko sanje clean sanje fula sanje saba wala mon na mo jono so tax clearance because at the end of the day ka safiro ke da election bunda ya fo okende candidate so and so have declined to contest this particular election na withdraw dale so mo kulti me ka mo jamala haju ani mo jamala do ko murundi ko mala so kamala ke fan tankane wona ke jamfo kusi fala samatini be mol be dan lam mena ko be gambe jen adu ke namojo yen ke namojo le kadu namjo na fambi wala ndiko namoni masakunda ke ulta pour que banko raka do ko ya fade hakalon road ani karambun lo adu masakunda ke ulta ke nder jiare do kulal fananjo masakunda ke ulta ke tical jo ke no sol jo ko police ni sojero ani ke boro san lo pano ani ku ko don ke gambe banko kan o be ka pour nay namol la kadu namoni wolon kutu men ko masakunda ka tukuri wala kadu wolon fon la kodode nte sila gambe banko kan janga fam jikiri mo lembe banda wolumina e be kododi la mo la ko sa dono fatik na ke baka fo dono fatik lo kerin so sa local resource mobilization lo kerin adon jiare bo ko ta ba tamande kam pour que mol ma ko masakunda ma pour que do ko dolda ke timmandi so nyum kulti mu yana ko be mol be dande mu yana ko be ken namojo isna e jiare e namojo ari niya bajole yajo ana wato adon fanan si risto demand ari adeno de ni sama bandan si tax client certificate chika ka dila informal sector ka finance in sound kono sinya kinete nyande ka jo.
Babukar, so I mean, do you have any partnership with maybe the local councils, area councils, or maybe the market associations to help facilitate, I mean, this payment, or at least better organize the informal sector?
Yes, you know, most of these area councils, yes, we do have MOUs with them, but not relatively on the informal sector. Most of the MOUs we have with them normally is on the capital gains tax. That is, if you sell land, you know, you go to the area council. Before they will give you all the necessary documents, they will ask you for the capital gains certificate. We have an MOU with them. But like for the informal sector, no.
Not yet.
Yes, but you know, some of the businesses that have shops, you know, you will pay operational license to the KMC, and that would not stop you to pay the informal sector tax also to the GRA, because we always like to differentiate these two, that is the operational license and the tax that you pay. Because, for example, if you have your shop in the KMC, you know, we've mentioned barbers, we've mentioned mobile shop repairers. If you have your shop in KMC or in Birkama or in Banjul, you pay operational license to BCC, to KMC, or to BAC, that is Birkama Area Council. That doesn't stop you from paying the tax that you should pay.
So what I was talking about is having, like, for example, the tailors, they have an association. Maybe you can partner with them. They can help you in further, you know, enlightening their members on the need to be paying this informal tax. That's my point.
Yes, that is correct.
Exactly,
I think you have a point. We will look into that.
Even the market association, Serafunda Market.
Yes,
these are
to work with them so that at the end of the year they will go and collect and prepare a list and come and give into. That is the point. It is a good point. I'm sure in the next program, we will talk about the tailors, because I have seen it is about to come to an end.
We have 3 minutes.
Yes, in the next program, we will talk about the tailors and the other businesses that are happening in the country.
And the first, Silo Gatarex, so many to the Lemon Lach, and I'm getting any local or any partnership at maybe Munam Tailors Association be, or market association, can not dimbala dal, for gena Kamal Nitni, getting informal sector tax.
waaw loolu suñ ko amee
parce que am na yéen doole mën na nekk fu nekk.
déedéet duñu mën a nekk fu nekk moom. ma ne ko loolu suñ ko amee dinañu dimbale torop waaye as at now comme nu ko Baboucarr waxee ñu demee ni ñii nii dañ dee lëkkaloo ak ñoom BCC ak ñooñu noonu pour yëfi capital gains tax bi waaw local council si waaw ñooñu lañ dee lëkkaloo pour yëfi lifin capital gains comme like soo jëndee laan wala nga jaay laan soo léegi-léegi bala ñoo prepare documents yi yëpp pour jox la ko dinañ la laaj demal nga fay capital gains tax GRA waaye when it comes to the informal sector lëkkaloo boobu noonu ak yeneen association si amanguñ ko waaye xam naa in future we'll look into it ñu xool ñoom naka la ñoo mun a dimbale
because they have their members so ñoom sax mën nañ ñoo nekk a link between yéen ak members yi
because informal sector bi dafa nekk secteur boo xam ne dafa naxaree administre
exactly that's the problem
dafa naxaree administre because ñun duñ mun a nekk fu nekk amuñ that man power
waaye bari ñoom dañ jam seen own mbootaay own association tailors association xam naa so loolu yëpp nag mun naa am even jaaykat yi sax am nañ association am nañ WhatsApp group sax bu ñu saako bi léegi
nañ ko yokka
laka kadi mburu yi Ibrahima just in summary
barka baga so sain ko waton raja man siya baga aliya fo nyama ka sutiandi rek wolon ni local council ni ke doko ko fanna molo ni nata capital gain tax ba mo jama ka keno sanjen so ni ra ko rasa wala keno wafi jani ira kan jani bi la kaytul bi dere ka fo ta jiare fo capital gain tax ya jo ira capital gain tax ne ya jo ko ba ko ra fu nyanga kayto jiga ni kayto mina ira council eta ye kayto jiga ya ta dila ko ni nata ni local businesses ni mo rapport soto wala ni man taw business o bari anke tax seminar fana organize ma ke some of these small businesses ol ma ke participant ol ma ko nke ma ko ila business o karo ka register nyami ene ke na mo fana pour ka jo nyanda kele nyami so adum fana GC sai fana tet fi anke trajele so mbe kulti mi anako nga astu la ka sonandi taxpayer ko ba ko refa nyam informal sector our battle adum afanutal adum fa they are not easy, they cannot be easily administered
exactly and ngalo wala na nyin diamo ba ko na next week because I mean this is a very important topic then you know
and I'm sure next week if we come we'll delve straight into the
tariff
the tariff because as you rightly mentioned we have the tailors we have the bakeries you know even newspaper vendors.
Oh. Well, viewers, with that, we bring an end to this week's edition of your GRA Taxpayer Education Program, brought to you by the Gambia Revenue Authority in collaboration with different development agency. And my guest this week, was Ibrahim S. Sane, on my immediate left, Taxpayers Education Officer. Ibrahim, it was good to have you on the program. And on my far right, I have Auntie Fatou Cham, who is Taxpayers Service Officer. Auntie, it was good to have you on the program. And Buram Cosby, Babs. Babakar Njai, who is a Senior Taxpayer Education Officer. Babs, it was good to have you on the program once again. It's always a pleasure sharing this program with you. Well, viewers, with that, we bring an end to this week's edition. Do join us next week. Until then, continue paying your tax for national development. Yeah, it was good. Yeah.